In our lives, death is always there, mysterious and powerful. As the ancient thinker Plato said, true philosophers always think about death. For them, death is the least frightening thing. This idea helps us understand the story of Frieren, an immortal mage whose long life teaches us about what really matters. Once Frieren and her friends spent 10 years fighting the Demon King. They won, and the world celebrated them as heroes. But after the victory, everything changed. Life went on, and people began to forget their names. For Frieren, who lives forever, this was both good and bad. She set off alone, collecting magic books and spells, while her friends' lives, much shorter than her own, drifted away like leaves in the wind. The real turning point came when Himmel, her closest friend, died. At his funeral, surrounded by grief, Frieren finally felt the weight of every moment they had shared. She asked herself, why didn't I spend more time getting to know him? In that question lay a sudden understanding. Emotions matter. Memories of laughter, tears, and friendship shone brighter than any spell. Frieren's story reminds us that life, whether it lasts centuries or just a moment, is made up of precious experiences worth fully living. Time isn't just hours and days, it's how we feel and what we remember. Love, gratitude, and curiosity are gifts that stay with us no matter our age. This isn't just a fantasy tale of battles and magic. It's a gentle nudge to seize every breath, to listen to the people around us, and to value the bonds we share. In doing so, we discover the true treasure of our own short, beautiful lives. Think of life as a winding path, full of choices. As G.K. Chesterton said, start at the beginning and keep the end in mind. This isn't just good advice for planning. It reminds us that every small step matters. Maybe we choose to stroll under the stars instead of rushing in a carriage. That simple choice shapes our journey just as much as the big decisions. Each moment becomes part of a larger story, linking where we start to where we might end up. Frieren, with her endless life and quiet wisdom, shows us how the world of magic and the world we see every day can live side by side. Her journey teaches us that life isn't just about what we can touch. It's also about what we feel and imagine. Every breath, every pause, becomes precious, like a shining gem in the dark. To dive even deeper, we can look to thinkers like Oswald Spengler, who saw history not as random events, but as one big growing pattern, where our hopes and struggles weave together into the story of humanity. Then there's Thomas Aquinas, who taught that real knowledge starts with what our senses tell us: seeing, hearing, touching. Our minds make sense of the world through these experiences. In other words, our bodies and our spirits work together to help us understand life. Frieren's adventure isn't just action and drama. It's like a many-voiced song about time, memory, and meaning. It asks us to see the magic in our everyday choices, and to remember that the real wonder of life lies in the mix of what's imagined and what's real. Himmel isn't just another hero in a story. He represents the best and most fragile parts of being human. His life is a mix of light and shadow, of deep regrets and the joy that comes from living fully. He may not have been chosen by fate in some grand mythical way, but his kindness, courage, and warmth made him unforgettable. Like a gentle breeze that moves everything in its path, Himmel inspired everyone around him. He shows us that you don't need to perform earth-shattering acts to matter. Even small, everyday deeds can leave a lasting mark. In his story, we see that regret doesn't only come from big mistakes. It also comes from moments we let slip by, words we never spoke, chances we didn't take. Yet Himmel's own way of living reminds us to celebrate the little things: the laughter of a child, the beauty of a wildflower, the simple pleasure of helping someone in need. He believed life is about being present, enjoying today, while still dreaming of a better tomorrow. Himmel's true victory wasn't just defeating dark forces. It was building a legacy of hope. Through his kindness, his curiosity, and the way he cared for others, he showed that even the simplest actions can shine brightly across time, leaving behind a story that still guides and comforts long after we're gone. Imagine standing beneath the gentle rustle of cherry blossoms, or gazing at the lines on a loved one's weathered face. This is the heart of Wabi-Sabi, an old Japanese way of seeing the world. It teaches us to find beauty in things that aren't perfect, to honor life's natural changes, and to welcome simplicity that soothes the soul. Instead of chasing flawless youth, Wabi-Sabi asks us to embrace every wrinkle and scar as proof of a life fully lived, each one a story of strength, a reminder of lessons learned, and a celebration of our resilience. Wabi-Sabi shows us that change isn't something to fear, but a natural rhythm, like the turning of the seasons or the ebb and flow of the tide. Rather than clinging to what was or worrying about what's to come, it invites us to be present, to breathe with the moment, and to find peace in life's constant motion. Frieren's eternal life highlights this beautifully. From her timeless vantage point, she watches flowers bloom and fade, statues wear away by wind and rain, and once great civilizations sink into memory. Through her eyes, we see that everything emerges, flourishes, and returns to the earth, and that there is a quiet, humble grace in knowing our own stories are part of this endless, beautiful cycle.